3.7, modeling using variation. An alligator's tail's length, T, varies directly as its body length, B. An alligator with a body length of 3 feet has a tail length of 2.5 feet. What is the tail length of an alligator whose body length is 4.8 feet? Okay, now it says T varies directly. Okay, so T is equal to K. When it says varies, directly means multiplication as body length. And it said B. So we're going to use B as body length. Okay, so far so good. Next, they say the body length is 4 feet. The tail has 2.5 feet. 2.5 feet. So to solve for K, I undo the multiplication of K by 4 by dividing by 4. And whatever I do to one side, I do to the other. Okay, so 4 cancels out with 4, and that gives me 0.625. Or you can multiply by 10 and then divide by both the numerator and the denominator by 5. Yeah. So you would just move this over like this and then add another 0 there, and then you could just simplify this as a fraction, 25 over 40. So it's easier just to do decimals, but if you don't want to, that's okay. So then you divide both these by 5, divide by 5, and that would give me 5 over 8, 5/8. So you could do 5/8 or you can do 0.625. Okay. So now we rewrite the original, which is T is equal to 0.625 B, which is body length. Sorry, B, body length. Okay, now they're saying, what is the tail length of an alligator whose body length is 4.8? So we keep the T, we keep the 0.625, we multiply by 4.8, and that gives me T is equal to 3. So it looks like the tail length of the alligator, in this case, is 3 feet. Let's try the next one. The number of kilograms of water in a human body varies directly. Okay, so we have kilograms. Probably need to pick different variables. Let me finish reading and then we'll pick the variables. Make sure we don't have overlap. The number of kilograms of water in a human body varies directly as the mass of the body. A 90 kilogram person contains 60 kilograms of water. How many kilograms of water are in a 72 kilogram person? So we could do something like water of the human body varies, which is equal to K. Directly means multiplication, right? Varies equals K, directly, multiplication, as the mass of the body. So I'm going to use B for body. Yeah, we'll do that to differentiate. Okay, so a 90 kilogram person, all right, so we keep the K, and the person weighs 90, and they have 60 kilograms of water. Okay, so yeah, body 90, water 60. Okay, now we need to solve for K by dividing by 90, and whatever we do to one side, we do to the other. That leaves me K is equal to, and these zeros will cancel out. If you want to simplify this, then you can divide it by 3. So the zeros cancel out, leaving me 6/9. Then we can divide both these by 3, and that would give me 2 over 3. Okay, so we end up with 2/3. So I go back and rewrite the original one. So it's 2/3 B. Cool. So they say, how many kilograms of water are in a 72 kilogram person? So we say W is equal to 2/3 multiplied by 72. So we end up with W is equal to, you could multiply straight across, like this is understood to be over a 1, or you could just use your calculator. That would be even better. Before you multiply, you can divide both 3 and 72 by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 72 divided by 3 is 24. And then you would say 2 times 24 is 48. You'd say 1 times 1 is 1, but it just disappears, so it gives you a 48. So we just end up with 48. So how many kilograms of water in a 72 kilogram person? 48. All right. The record height of a man to date is 8 feet 11 inches or 107 inches. All right. If all men have identical body types, their weights would vary directly as the cube. Okay, so it varies directly. Okay, weight. All right, weight is equal to K because it varies. Then directly means multiplication. And they said the cube of their height. So it'd be H cubed, the cube of their height. Okay, assuming all men have identical body types, if a man who is 5 foot 10 inches tall, 70 inches, weighs 165 pounds. All right, so weight is equal to, let's get rid of the weight, sorry. So we have K, and they said 70 inches at to 165 pounds. Okay, so we say 165, and this over here, the height, so the weight is 165, and we're going to say the height is going to be 70 inches, but then we cube it. Okay, excellent. All right, so we say 165 is equal to K times 343,000. And then we divide both sides by 343,000. Whatever I do to one side, I do to the other. These cancel out. All right, and then we end up with K. So K is equal to 165, 343,000. Okay. Now, at this point, I'm going back to the original, which is it, but instead of writing K, I'm going to write 165 over 343,000, and then I multiply that by h cubed. Now they give me a different height of 108. So we say W is equal to 165 over 343,000, and we multiply that by 108 cubed, which gives me W is equal to 165 over 343,000. 108 cubed is equal to 1,259,712. And when you multiply that through and then divide, you end up with 605.9839. This just keeps on going. Now, generally speaking, we're going to probably try to round to the nearest whole number, the whole pound. So we're rounding this place. We look to the right, we have a 9. 9 is 5 or above, so we round up. So the 5 turns into one more than 5, which is a 6. So it's approximately 606 pounds.